And what's next on your hit list?
I don't know. So we've got, similar to the other guys, we've got some protocols around lipid management. CKD is probably the next one for us around coding that appropriately. So I think we're...
Right. If this resonated with you and you want help with your CKD, I'm going to start off with a very basic protocol for CKD, which I'll jump over and show you now. Okay, with regards to protocols, what we're going to do is we're going to break this down into our 3 easy inputs. So that's trigger, process, output. With regards to trigger, you know what we need to do. We need to find our patients who haven't got a code of CKD. So that's one search we need to do. And then we also want 2 eGFRs within the past year that are raised. And I'll show you how we've achieved this. Okay, so we've got 5 searches that you need to generate first. Okay, the first one being CKD code exists between CKD 3 and 5. And we can just amend this really simply. And I'll show you behind the scenes of how we do this. So let's go in here and amend. Is SystmOne going to work for me today? Go on, please, SystmOne gods. All we're going to add is that a coded entry exists, and we've just gone through and selected all of the CKD codes. Really nice and simple. And we're going to use this as an exclusion criteria. The next one, because we're trying to get that relative eGFR, okay, is the first one we're going to do is look for the previous one. So what we're doing is we've got a pathology report result, and it's arrived between effectively a year ago and also 122 days ago, which is about 4 months. So that is our first one, if that makes sense, or it's sort of in the year's time, because we're effectively looking at month 4 to month 12. Now, if you hit relative, this will automatically shift along, so we don't have to go in daily and change the date because it just won't happen. Okay. Now, if you go down, you're looking for a particular eGFR. So all this does is if it's less than or equal to 60, it will ping up on this report. Happy days. Okay. Then the next one, very similar. We're going to have a look at it in the last month. Okay. I'm not going to show patients. I'll try my best not to. And again, all we're going to do is 4 weeks ago and today, and to keep that relative as well. And we're going to use the same eGFR. That's it. Nice and simple. So the idea then is then we combine those 2 reports, and all we've done is just done a combination. So we want patients who fit on both of those reports. Happy days. And then finally, we're going to do a final report where effectively they are not already pre-coded, CKD 3 to 5, but they have had a low eGFR in the past year. Okay, so what we've done as well, if you look up here, we've got it in batch reporting. So I've set this on a Sunday. So every Sunday this will run to try and sort of help us through. So when a clinician's going through the blood results, they'll get a pop-up, and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay. This will never be 100%, okay, because we've got 4 here, and I've had a quick look through them. It's because eGFR fluctuates, and some of them are right on that borderline as about what you do. So we've got here details, put liver kidney on there because why not? Problems when 2 times eGFR and patient notes, but no code. So trigger, and we've just, because I don't want this to come to admin staff, so it's basically all of our clinical roles there. Okay. Filters, we're only going to, because we've done that work with the searchers, we're only going to apply it to the patients in that report. And then let's look at our design. Okay, so it's a very simple one. So we start it off, and then it asks us the first question: CKD, no read code. The patient has 2 times eGFRs in the past year that are less than 60. Would you like to add the required read code? 3, 4, 5, or no? Okay, just because sometimes you just like, no, go away. And I always give that exit option because sometimes it can be really frustrating. Okay, so it goes, then this one adds the code of CKD 3, 4, 5, and then this one, if they hit no, it says no further action is resolved, please review notes. The final bit is just a little nudge saying, look, please read code added, please add this to the problem list because it doesn't do this automatically. Please review the notes to see if the patient needs this communicating, because actually that was one bit that we were not doing correctly with them, or if medications need adjusting with a prompt of, so like a statin or an ACE inhibitor. Okay, again, probably need to double check whether they need to be a gliflozin or something like that, and then it stops it. It's really, really simple, but what is useful for them, because we've done the work with the searches, is that actually you can see that for a practice size with 13,000, that actually on the clinical reporting, there are only 4 that potentially could be at risk that we've missed, which, you know what, I'm not going to complain about that. And as I've already said, I've had a look at some of them and they're fluctuating eGFRs. This does crop up on CQC as well. So if you found this useful, make sure that you can sort of that you've gone into this and that you've had a look at this. If you want a more detailed view in terms of looking at, how would you automatically communicate with the patients? How would you do filters with regards to if they've got medications on there? Drop a comment below like, hey, yes, please, Dave, go into more detail. And, this is one I wouldn't mind tweaking at anyway. So, but just please let me know and I can do a video on it. Hope you found that useful. Go and check out all of his SystmOne Excellence Awards. There are some bits and pieces like that's a great idea.